ourselves to move forward because we think what we had is the best, the epitome, the greatest version of it. Not realizing that everyone who has come before us has found love that was better, different, and an upgrade. Stage 5 is acceptance and meaning. Acceptance doesn't mean you approve of what happened. It means you stop fighting reality. This stage is called meaning making, fighting reality. This stage is called 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 making in modern grief psychology. This is where you begin asking, what did this teach me? So it's so interesting, isn't it? When you go through a breakup, you might even have a friend who says to you, what did you learn from this? This is stage 5, not stage 1. When you're going through pain, you don't have to learn from it in that moment. You learn from it when you're reflecting. Ray Dalio once said to me, pain plus reflection equals progress. But when you do that, reflection is so important. You'll get to it at some point. You can be grateful for what was left after what happened to you. When you have some distance, you can start asking questions like, what did this teach me? What do I want to do differently moving forward? One of the biggest mistakes we make during a breakup is we talk down to ourselves, we're critical of ourselves, we get into blaming, shaming, and guilting ourselves. It's natural, but I want to help you move through it a little more gracefully. Here's the core reframe, what grief actually is. The stages of grief were first identified by psychiatrist Elizabeth Kubler-Ross while studying patients facing terminal illness. But decades of research since then, including work in attachment psychology, have shown that these stages also apply to any deep emotional loss, including breakups. Because a breakup isn't just the loss of a person, it's the loss of a future you imagined. Let me say that again. It's the loss of a future you imagined. When you're dreaming up a future with someone, when you're thinking about your wedding day, when you're thinking about moving in together, when you're thinking about what that future looks like, you now create an attachment to a vision in your mind. I know that sounds kind of interesting, but it's true.
Hey
You
guys,
built up an identity
happy
of what
Friday to
you will
all.
look
Happy
like, what
Friday.
they will look like, and what your life will look like. The future you that you imagine together, the future you imagined for yourself is what's being taken away. You're also grieving daily emotional regulation. Maybe they messaged you every day when you woke up. Maybe you called them every night before you went to bed. Maybe you saw them for a day every Friday or Saturday or whatever it was. Maybe when you were stressed, they were the person you went to. There's a daily emotional regulation that now needs to be replaced. And in the beginning, it just feels like it's been snatched away. It feels like it's been taken away. It feels like the rug has been pulled from underneath your feet and you're just falling. That daily emotional regulation is something you're grieving because it's a loss you haven't yet discovered a substitute for. See, at different stages in our life, different things emotionally regulate us. When we grow up, it's hopefully our caregivers, could be our siblings, our friends. But when you're in a romantic relationship, there's almost an over-reliance in the emotional regulation you experience from that person. You're also grieving routines your nervous system depended on, right? Those routines could be anything from, well, this was our favorite show we watched together. That was our favorite restaurant we went to. This was the place
Hello
that we
guys.
first connected, right? Whatever
Shout
it
out to all.
means, we have these routines. And what
Shout
happens is
out
our
to
body and our
viewers.
biology and our
One
mind
viewers.
get used to these routines, right? We get used to taking the same route to work every day. You get used to talking to the same person every day, the sound of their voice, their scent, their touch, being with them. You are grieving that.
Shout
You're
out to
going through the
viewers.
transition of that. What I want to tell you is that there will come a day when you won't feel that way. There will come a day when that person may even feel like a stranger. One day, your ex, The person you were most intimate with who left you will actually feel like a stranger. I know right now they feel like someone who knows you better than anyone, someone that you gave everything to. But you only gave them this version of you, and a new version of you will arise. What you're grieving is a version of yourself that existed with them. We think we've lost all of ourselves. We think we're completely confused. We think we've given ourselves away, but the reality is it was only this version. You have been so many versions of yourself up until this point in life. You've had friends at college that you're no longer connected to. You had friends in through the stages honestly and carefully. If you're missing them most at night, it's not because they were perfect. It's because your nervous system got used to them being there. You're not lonely because they're gone. You feel lonely because they provided regulation. And that can be rebuilt slowly without them. Remember this, you're not missing them, you're missing the future you thought you were building together. You're not missing them, you're missing the routine your nervous system got used to. You're not missing them, you're missing the way they made the future feel safe. Remember, you're not missing them. Let's talk about the stages of grief. The first is shock and denial. I'm pretty sure you all know what this feels like. You're probably experiencing it right now. There's a part of you that's shocked. How could you leave me? How could you break up with me? I gave so much to this relationship. Wait a minute, I should have been the one to give it up. I worked so hard. I put so much energy into this and you walked away? Wait, I'm shocked. I always thought that you loved me. I thought you told me that we had something special. I'm shocked. I thought that we were going to spend the rest of our lives together. Wait, I'm shocked because I thought if anyone was going to leave, it was going to be me. Wait, I'm shocked because you treated me badly, but you're the one leaving me. I'm sure you've said some of these things, heard some of these things, felt some of these things.
Shout
The
out
first stage is shock,
three
often paired with denial.
viewers.
This can show up as numbness, calmness that feels strange,
Shout
saying I'm okay and meaning it temporarily. What's interesting is that people think denial means pretending it didn't happen, but psychologically, all too much. So you're somewhat allowing it to just be there. Your brain and everything.
The most person is somebody who knows that they have to suffer with it. Because you cannot defeat somebody who knows the pain is coming and they still gonna get up in the morning. You cannot defeat a person that you can lie on and they still believe the truth. You cannot defeat somebody who believes that if God before them, he's more than this whole congregation against them. Because power is not proven by what you can control or who you can curse out. Power is proven by folks thought if they threw dirt on you, they would bury you. But they didn't know you ain't just a person, you a seed. And what's in you.
Your English is so good.
In touch for some.
Hey, you want to know what the saddest thing is? We live in a world full of hypocrites, where people secretly wish for your failure but smile in a world full of... The saddest thing is, we live in a world full of hypocrites, where people secretly wish for your failure but smile in front of you as if they love you. If I had to live my life over again, I wouldn't change a thing, except I'd open my eyes a little more. Sometimes my...
The most dangerous person is somebody who knows that they have to suffer and they okay with it. Because you cannot defeat somebody who knows the pain is coming and they still gonna get up in the morning. You cannot defeat a person that you can lie on.
And just in case someone forgot to take. And just in case someone...
Sometimes folks just don't like you because you look good. Sometimes they just hate on you because you're pretty. They can't stand you because you dress well. They don't like you because you represent yourself properly. They can't stand how you talk. They don't like your voice. When I was lost, I see tree red.
Smoking weed doesn't.
Billy, how are you?
Always be ready to serve. Always. But I didn't see. Always be ready to survive alone. Some people suddenly change. Today you are important to them. Tomorrow you are nothing to them. And that's important to them. Tomorrow you are nothing to them. And that always be ready to survive alone. Some people suddenly change. Today you are important to them. Tomorrow you are nothing to them. And that's real life. Always be ready to survive alone. Some people suddenly change. Today you are important to them. Tomorrow you are nothing to them. And that's real life. Always be ready to survive alone. Some people suddenly change. Today you are important to them. Tomorrow you are nothing to them. And that's real life. Always. Be ready to survive alone. Some people suddenly change. Today you are important to them. Tomorrow you are nothing to them. And that's real life. Always. Always be ready to survive alone. Some people suddenly change. Today you are important to them. Tomorrow you are nothing to them. And that's real life. Always.
Have you ever felt your heart racing right before a big moment, a deadline, a hard conversation?
Hello? Hello? I'm calling. Hey, hello, are you Hola? Joy, say Anna. Where's Madame? Where's Madame? I didn't see her. Here's me. Now you see it? No, I didn't hear her. Joy, say Anna Hola. Anna? Hola. Helwa. La, say Anna Hola. Anna, if you see first, I will say also. No, she doesn't know. She's big. She's a classy girl. No. She wants to burn me. It's hot, this one. He knows, madam.
Esta es la última parte de todo lo que hacemos, donde cortamos y pesamos cada una de nuestras carnes para armar unas bandejitas de ensueño. A veces probamos cortes nuevos y tú puedes elegir.
Hi guys.
Este masajeador con ventosas funciona de forma diferente. Activa el flujo sanguíneo y la oxigenación de la piel, lo que ayuda a reducir la apariencia de celulitis más allá de las cremas superficiales. Con cada pasada podéis sentir un masaje profundo que también puede relajar los músculos y dar una sensación de alivio. Aprovecha la liquidación. Hacemos envíos rápidos en el día y se paga al recibir. Este masajeador con ventosas funciona de forma diferente.